You open Instagram to look at your friend's vacation photos. There it is. The exact same metallic triangle piercing the sky while a tourist pretends to hold it up with their thumb. You have seen this exact image 10,000 times before you even had breakfast. But what if this giant pile of industrial scrap metal never existed? The real answer will infuriate every Parisian on your timeline. Your entire concept of romantic European travel is built on a monument that was originally considered a complete visual disaster. Imagine waking up in a Paris where the skyline is perfectly flat, historic, and clean. You are walking along the Seine. Your eyes glide across classical stone architecture without being violently interrupted by a 300-meter iron radio tower. Is it possible that Paris would actually be a better city without its most famous landmark? Let us go back to 1889 when Gustave Eiffel finished his controversial project for the World's Fair. The cultural elite of France immediately lost their minds. Famous writer Guy de Maupassant hated the structure so intensely that he ate lunch inside the tower every single day. Why did he do this? Because it was the only place in the entire city of Paris where he did not have to look at the tower. He called it a giant, unpolished black factory chimney that ruined the artistic heritage of France. Artists signed massive petitions demanding the immediate destruction of what they called a monstrous, useless iron cage. If the original 20-year permit had not been extended for military radio tests, the tower would have been sold for scrap metal by 1909. Can you picture the absolute chaos if France had actually recycled its national symbol into railway tracks? Without the tower, the entire global phenomenon known as Paris syndrome would completely vanish. Psychiatrist Hiroaki Oda first identified this psychological condition in the 1980s after treating devastated tourists. You fly thousands of miles expecting a cinematic wonderland of accordion music, croissants, and elegant love stories. Instead, you step off the train into a loud, aggressive metropolis filled with heavy traffic, dirty subway stations, and local residents who refuse to speak English to you. The brutal gap between your romantic fantasy and the gritty reality causes actual psychiatric shock, nausea, and hallucinations. The Eiffel Tower is the ultimate marketing engine for this grand illusion. Remove the giant metal tripod, and Paris becomes just another busy European city like Brussels or Frankfurt. Would Americans even bother buying berets if they could not pose with the giant iron grid? Think about how this would butterfly affect modern pop culture and Hollywood cinema. Every single movie director would suddenly lose their favorite lazy visual shortcut. Right now, if an American movie takes place in France, the director simply slaps a shot of the Eiffel Tower outside the window so the audience knows exactly where they are. Without it, Hollywood would have to find a new way to tell you that characters are in Europe. They might have to show actual historical depth instead of relying on a giant 19th century radio antenna. Even your internet meme culture would lose one of its favorite targets for online roasts. British and American teenagers on TikTok love to joke about the tower being an overgrown radio tower or a monument to surrender. But European neighbors would lose their ultimate ammunition for making fun of French architectural arrogance. The entire global perception of French identity would shift from industrial ambition to pure classical history. Tomorrow morning, you will log back onto social media. You will see another photo of a couple kissing in front of the giant metal triangle. You will scroll past the romantic captions and the sparkling filter effects. You will feel a strange, cynical urge to comment about how much Guy de Maupassant hated that exact view. Now you understand the secret truth behind the world's most romantic destination. It is just an accidental radio tower that survived because the military needed an antenna. You open Instagram to look at your friend's vacation photos.